Mina. 120. 130. She's an archer. Daring and generous. And she's an Imperial. Which means that she could be a governor. Maybe Minna would actually be a better idea. Though that 120 it's a high level. Because if we take a quick look at our companions as they currently are. 13, 13, 11, 14. So yeah, Willowbark is definitely the lowest level, the healers. And they at least will start with intelligence, which you can then use to train up stewarding. And they don't waste as many attribute points in freaking control. What was Minna the Black like again? $120. No other skills of note, though. You can't get nobles. Nobles are nobles. So Ifrain's in Dunglanis. Dunglanis is pretty close. Alright, let's make that our plan. We'll go to Dunglanis, although I'm going to wait here. Okay, we're done waiting. I do have smithing that we can do. So let's go and smelt out some of this stuff. Alright, smelting done. And we are able to carry more than enough. Let me just double check that we can't sell any of this stuff here. I don't think so. Oh, the grain we can. Yeah, that's a really good price for grain. I want to keep a little bit because we're actually eating it. Oh, clay. Clay, that's a fantastic price. Done. And fur is really cheap here, and we can usually sell fur at a profit basically anywhere. Unless, of course, they don't actually have any furs. They have hides, which are cheap. Right, do we know anything here that's going to sell in Dunglanis? Because that's where we're going. Beer. That's a very good price for beer. Flax. Not great. Linen. That's an incredibly good price for linen. It's decent for hides. It's very good for tools. Tools usually sell for over 100. I like that linen price the most, though. Alright, let's head down to Dunglanis. We'll go via Ormore. And just see what money we can make on the way. Yeah, we've been talking to people as we can. Okay, Omor. Dates sell a lot for here. So that is what we shall sell. We have a little bit of money that we could spend on something. Beer is still very cheap here. Not much else is, though. Oh, hides are. Ish. We can pay wages for another 2 days. That'll be enough to get us to... Oh, okay, Dunglanis is actually further than I realised. Blondia's expanding. Gotcha. Is this auto-resolvable? I think so, yeah, this is definitely auto-resolvable. Get me some more tactics! Took a lot of casualties, but hey, that's all medical training. Waiting to happen. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, what else can we do here? Grain. We're finding a lot of places there in the north where grain is valuable. Crude iron. That's a good price for that. And wrought iron. And iron. Cha-ching! This is why I hold on to those resources when I can. Also, horses. That's a good number of them. Let's go and get the Sumpter horses and the Sturgian trotters at the very least. I'm tempted to get those too. Yeah, let's do that. Now, are there any better throwing weapons here? This looks to be... Yes, actually. So we can get rid of these crappy harpoons. Which we're going to melt down. And we'll get you some more simple javelins. So the western javelins are longer, they do more damage, they travel slightly slower, but they're as accurate as they are. Oh, and you get more of them in a stack as well. Simple javelins aren't as good as those, but it'll do. What axe am I using? A bearded axe. How does that compare to these guys? It's the same tier. Mine's a lot faster. Yeah, I do like the speed. Alright, I would say that's going to be quite good. Now we could buy some more trade goods here if there are any. Oil. And that's a terrible price for oil. There are no trade goods. Oh no, cotton. That's a decent price for cotton, actually. We'll buy 3 sets. It's not terrible for tools, but it's also not good. Okay, good stuff. Well, I would say that we could probably visit a village or two on the way now. And just see if there's anything on the way that we find which is going to be worth a lot of money. Not here, that's for sure. Do I not prefer length to speed on two-handed weapons? Seems to be able to snipe infantry. I should try to get something a bit longer. But it wasn't enough of an upgrade to really be worthwhile. That's some very cheap cheese, even if there is only one. I shall purchase it. Alright, which way around do I want to go? South. Yeah. In fact, we could just stop off in Cionan, because why not? Let's go to Fen Trin. See if there's anything here to buy. That is pretty cheap butter. Yeah, 5 of each. Alright, Cionan, what you got for me? Grain, butter, oil, beer, worth loads. Hardwood. Okay, this is a very good place to buy stuff. That's incredibly cheap wine. Oil, sure, buy 1 set. Hardwood. We do want to buy hardwood here. Paying out most of my money. Linen, also cheap. Bye-bye, money. I enjoyed having you. And I think I'm going to wait here overnight. Until morning. And then hopefully we can do some smithing. Tiny, tiny bit. Okay, I'll be honest, I was hoping for a little bit more than that. Now, metal. Is metal sought after here? I'm guessing it probably isn't. Damn. Okay, now I'm starting to feel like a trade caravan. Because we're carrying quite a big selection of different goods. And we may as well just go straight to Maranath, because we're not going to have any money to spend in the little villages. Alright, let's trade here. Cionan looks very Irish. The Britannians, I think, are Gaelic, Celts type thing. Still want to trade those. Fish. Fish is worth money here. Quite a lot. Nice. Yeah, none of this other stuff. This is all goods just produced in Britannia. They do have some Britannian ponies. So apparently it's pretty easy to get back up with horses in Britannia. Let's go and fight these guys. And this I can definitely auto-resolve because we outnumber them 2-1. Biff. No losses. That's what I like to see. Take all the looters. We'll upgrade another infantryman. 2 peasants. And then Dunglanis. Here we go. Unfortunately, all of my financial assets are currently in produce. So to actually hire the person that we're here to buy, I'm going to need to be able to offload some of this stuff, and I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to. Oh, the iron I am. Okay. We're fine. If we can sell metal, we're okay. That's 600. We can go to the Tavern District. We can get rid of you. Not you. You. I gained a level. Ah, roguery went up. Cool. So, level 11. Which is another focus. And I think that focus is actually going to go into roguery. Because I would like to increase the amount of loot that we're getting. Yeah. Tip I learned recently, don't take too much of any item to sell because it lowers the price after a certain amount you're selling, and sometimes you end up selling a part of the item at a lower price. Yeah, I knew that. Which is why I sell at 5 at a time, so I'm always getting that price for 5. Where possible, anyway. So, we probably want to just wait here for some time, because we know that metal can be sold. So I just need to basically do some smithing. Another point stewarding. It's because we got a massive selection of food, because of all the stuff I've been buying. Aragon. I need to go and talk to Aragon. Come back! Gotcha. Oi, don't think I know you. Peace to you, stranger. Oi, Merrigan, of the Fendergil, one of the ancient lineages of the Britannians. I'm Lord of the Dunglanis. I shall remember your name. Ah, for any son of Britannia, there will be no prouder moment in his life than that day. Any true son of Britannia, anyway. This is a terrible Irish accent. I'm usually a lot better at this than I am doing right now. Look, right before the battle, our High King, Earl, disappears, and his adopted son, Caladog, becomes king. That sets tongues to wagging, you know. But let me tell you, old Earl could never in his life win such a victory as did Caladog that day. Wow, it's also really hard to say. We waited for them, like wolves in the wood, as their vanguard came up the winding road. They came without archers to protect them. Caladog blew his horn, and our bowmen fired from all sides. They turned their shields one way, and were hitting the other. It was a glorious thing to watch. When they were all good and addled like frightened sheep, running this way and that, the rest of us warriors descended upon them with our falchions and swords. I cleaved this way and that. I took 12 heads, and mine were far from the greatest catch. Ah, the grandchildren tire of me telling the story. Yeah, that was a horrible accent. I'm so sorry. I'm usually really good at the Irish accent. I just couldn't do it. Usually I have to kind of run it in my head for a while before actually going for it. It's not Kate from Fallout 4 at least. Yeah, that's true. Skyrish. No, Scottish is a very different. Scottish is easier to do sometimes. That was more just generic Northern. That's like Mancunian. Usually I'm decent at accents, just not today for some reason. Okay, here we go. Smithy. So we did rest up. We actually rested up most of what we need. Here we go. Let's go smelting! You tired? You're tired. You're not. Boom! Everything I've been collecting for quite a long time has now been smelted. So hopefully we can make some money out of this. In fact, that's probably going to be enough. Ifrain the healer. Wow, you look sad. $2,000? You what, mate? I'm hiring you because you're the least experienced person around. Yeah, no. No. Right, who's the next choice? Ouch. Gwenin. Who is in Tile. That's back in Sturgia. Fine. Well, might as well make some money while we're at it. What's worth cashed out? Oh, grapes. These are worth a lot in money in the north. In fact, I should probably just go to Cionan. Cionan had loads of really good things. That's some incredibly cheap flax. That's also some pretty cheap hardwood. That'll do. Need to save enough for wages. So I need to go to TL. That's all the way over there. God damn it. Well, it's fine. We're in trade mode at the moment, so I'm happy to do some trading. I can one up you. 16,000 for a companion. Really? Why? That's crazy. Alright, Carbonzeth, here we go. Thankfully this party isn't costing me a huge amount to maintain. It's again cheap grapes. That's spending all of the money. So hopefully we can do some smithing here. Hey, Savannah leveled up. Awesome. Well, let's go and deal with that first. Boitor is not too far off either. Okay, so Savannah is a level 14 now. And this is a focus. Tactics? Stewarding? Savannah was hired specifically to be a lord. So I think potentially stewarding? I wonder if the companion prices aren't somewhat based on your level. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'm only a level 11? Yeah. So this really is stewarding or tactics. I think I'm going to go stewarding. Because then you can at least start leveling that up. Okay. Unfortunately, Epicotia is all the way. Well, we could go Cionan Epicotia. Yeah, let's do that. I cannot afford my wages for today. Which means I'm going to have to sell something. Ah, iron's worth a lot. So is wrought steel. Or wrought iron. Crude iron. That made me enough money. Okay, let's buy some more stuff. No, let's save it for Cionan, because we know we can buy some stuff there. I'm not going to go to Dunglanis. We just came from there. In the waterfall. Caught you. Kind of want to fight this just to see if there's a map for this. It's so one-sided though. There's no real point. We have a legionary. Hey, Karen. Another victory. Dropping these guys off. Okay, time to do some trade. No, before we do this, time to get rid of some prisoners. Nice. Now, is there a tournament going on? What are the battalion arenas like? Oh, it's the maces and the bows, I remember. I'll be having that. I'll be having that. Does anyone know what the hotkey is for dropping stuff? G? Yes, it is. Whoa. Where the hell did you come from? Sneaky. Damn it. Ah! This guy could just swing a lot quicker than I could. Right, I now have all the equipment that I want. Damn it, who's throwing that? You! Spent so long getting my equipment, and then only died. All right. Saw that. That was a Britannian hero. Okay, the quality of these opponents has definitely gone up a bit. No! Are you kidding me? 2 people left. Oh man, that was a bit close.